All right, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. Um, Real quick, I'm just go through this video. As you can see in the title, okay, you know, um, certain diseases, okay, or what's the term I'm looking for? Um, we'll just go with diseases, okay, or certain of these. We'll just call them infirmities, diseases, whatever. But you see, in today's society, you have people that might be dumb. All right, they can't speak. You have people that might be lame, they can't walk. All right, people that might be deaf, they can't hear. Okay, and Esau tries to use his technology, all right, his science to try and explain the cells and the molecules and the DNA and all these different things. And we gotta put hearing aids and all these things to try and listen. The scriptures tell you, and I'm about to read it right now, that really all it is just demons. Okay, when you get sick, when you get plagued and all that, those are all demons. Okay, it's literally a demonic entity. Okay, not saying you're a demon, but that you have a demon. Okay, you have a demon that's plaguing you with those infirmities, not being able to speak. There's a demon that does that. Okay, not being able to walk, there's a demon that does that. So when you have Yahweh Shai or the disciples, when they healed certain men, what they did was what they really for certain infirmities, they cast out demons. Okay, and then the person was able to be made whole. All right, because demons do not respect technology. Demons do not fear Esau, or his technology, man. All right, they are subject to the spirit because they are also spirits. So in order to heal somebody that's dumb or somebody that's deaf, all right, which is a demon on them, you have to be able to have what? Spiritual power to be able to command that demonic spirit to come out of that vessel, and therefore allowing that vessel to go back to how it was created to be. All right. So this is Matthew 9:32. Matter of fact, I started at Matthew 9:27. And when Yahushua departed thence, two blind men followed him, crying and saying, Thou Son of Man, have mercy on us. And when he was come into the house, the blind man came to him. And Yahushua saith unto them, Believe ye that I am able to do this? And they said unto him, Yea, Lord. Then he touched their eyes, saying, According to your faith be it unto you. And their eyes were opened, and Yahushua straightly charged them, saying, See, see that no man know it. Okay? Because, and then that's why Yahushua always say, Look, thy faith hath made thee whole. Okay? Or through your faith, you have been healed. Okay? Because if you believe that he can heal you, okay, then you can be healed. You're on that one accord. You have to actually believe it. That faith, all right, works both ways, man. From the one that's committing the act and the one that's receiving the act. Okay, it's sort of like plugging one cable into another. All right, if the electricity is flowing from the first cable, but the second cable is not able to have that electricity flow through it, then it's not gonna work. The lights ain't gonna come on. Okay, so going down, it says verse 30, and their eyes were opened, and Yahushua straightly charged them, saying, See that no man know it. But when they were departed, spread abroad his fame in all that country, because they couldn't help it. It's like, yo, legit, this man just gave me my eyesight back. I can see. Like that's something that, yo, even the richest man will give up all his riches, all right, if he was a wise man, he'll give up all his riches for his sight, for his vision to see, because these things are things that you can't really buy, you know. You can't. There's no other way to gain it, and that's why when the Lord starts to have those spiritual acts, okay, happen again on the earth, man, it's gonna be such a big thing. Like it says here, and they were departed, spread abroad his fame in all that country. There was times when you would have a whole city, a whole country, come just to and bring their sick people to come and get healed. And back then they marveled, but back then they still had some sense of spirituality, some form of belief in the spiritual or in the supernatural. And even then it was still a marvel to them. When you read Acts the second chapter about the apostles and how they spoke in different tongues, keep in mind back then people understood that the Most High existed. People understood, they were on a higher spiritual level, and I'm talking about the average common Israelite or average common person was on a higher spiritual level than people are today. Okay, so even being on that higher level, they were still in shock as to that spiritual power. So how much more do you think is going to be in today's day and age when people are, like the Yahushua said, shall he find faith on earth when he comes back? Because people are in such a low state, they don't even they won't believe anything unless you show it to them, man. They today seeing is believing, and today Esau has put his science and his technology on such a high scale that people don't even believe in the spiritual or the supernatural or the faith anymore, except for of course us. So now you have people being on such a low spiritual level. What kind of marvel do you think they're gonna have when they see spiritual acts happening, legit, you know, live and direct? You can't go around it. You can't. No, and it's gonna be legit. You see, but let me get to the point. Verse 32. As they went out, behold, they brought to him a dumb man possessed with a devil. Okay, so he was dumb, meaning he couldn't speak. All right, possessed with a devil, and when the devil was cast out, the dumb spake. So what was stopping him from speaking? It was the demon. All right, there was a demon in there that was plaguing him, and that was kept his mouth. He wasn't able to speak because that was a demonic possession. So it says that when the devil was cast out, the dumb spake. So think of it like a germ. All right, I'm gonna use a vague example. You have like a germ or something that's in a certain part of your brain, okay, sitting on a certain part of it that's affecting the way you speak or your eyesight or whatever, you know. And it's just because it's sitting or altering that part of your brain, you can't speak or you can't see. Okay, so once that little germ or that demon gets taken out of that place, that hindrance stops and you can function regularly again. That is why you have to have the power, all right, the spiritual power to be able to heal these levels of infirmities. Technology isn't gonna really do it, okay? Because the problem isn't with technology. It's not a technological virus that's causing you to not be able to speak or see or hear. It's a demon. So this is on a spiritual matter. So you need spiritual men, all right, with spiritual power to be able to do this, man. So it says, I'm gonna read it again. And when the devil was cast out, the dumb spake, and the multitudes marveled, saying it was never so seen in Israel. All right. So it was a big deal, man. And it's gonna happen again. It's going to happen again. And it's gonna be an even bigger deal now. Because now you got Jake with all different kinds of issues, man. Matthew 12 and 22. Then was brought unto him one possessed with a devil, blind and dumb. And he healed him in so much that the blind and dumb both spake and saw. So what did he do? He cast the demon out, man. It's demons that when you have a cold, when you're sick, when your body's not at homeostasis, there's something stopping it. There's something preventing it from being there. And Esau tries to give you the scientific and all this and none of, really, to be honest, it's just demons, man. That's why the first thing you have to do is pray. The scriptures say, in that roughly, let me see if I could find it actually. Um, oh boy, it's gonna be a whole lot of scriptures for this. Knows in Ecclesiasticus. Okay. Um, says in thine infirmities. Because it's worded a little differently. So you gotta really there it is. Ecclesiasticus 38:9. My son, in thy sickness, be not negligent, but pray unto the Lord, and he will make thee whole. Because he's gonna take those demons off of you. The demons that are making you sick, he's gonna take them off of you, man. Okay, and that's why when you deal with the pharmaceutical industry, it's really witchcraft. Okay, the word doctor means to falsify, and pharmacy, right? We're dealing with health goes back to pharmakia, which means witchcraft or sorcery. So it's no one. So it's all linked, man. Okay, in certain infirmities, they're demons, and then the more you take these drugs, all right, which are really potions or what, and yeah, they're really potions. It really just that's why certain diseases, when somebody gets sick and they put them on a certain prescription, some of them are lifelong because now the demon, all right, you're feeding it. It's staying on you. But you have to what? You have to pray, man, so the Lord can make you whole. He can take that demon off of you. And once you understand it, you'll see. Oh, it's not really. That's why you gotta pray, man. That's the only way you're gonna be healed. All right. It's not a physical problem. It's a spiritual problem. All right. So it says here, the Lord, after he had cast out that demon, that's when they were able to see and speak again. All right. So what was it? It was the demon or the devil that was causing them to be blind and dumb. All right. Now this is Job. Job 2:3. I'm gonna just get to the point. And the Lord said unto Satan. Now this was during the Lord's conversation with the spiritual demon Satan about the bet they made over Job. All right. And which proves to you that Satan does what the Lord tells him to anyway. All right, there's no back and forth, no fighting, no war. Nah, it's not. That's no. Job 2:3, and the Lord Yahweh, all right, because in the Hebrew that's what you see there. Yahweh said unto Satan, Thou hast considered my servant. Salakia, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth the Lord, or feareth the Most High, and escheweth evil, and he still holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. And Satan answered the Lord and said, Skin for skin, yea, all that a man hath will he give for his life. But put forth thine hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. All right, so plague him. Okay, make his life difficult. Take away your hedge of protection, all right, and see what he'll do. He'll turn on you. That's what Satan is saying. And the Lord said unto Satan, Behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life. Let's look at the other translations of this. Behold, he is in your hand, but spare his life. All right, do with him as you please, the Lord said to Satan, but spare his life. Lord said unto Satan, Very well, then, he is in your hands, but you must spare his life. Okay, so what does that sound like? The Lord, what? The Lord gave Satan permission. Okay, This was the Lord giving the spiritual demon Satan permission to go and plague Job, but he couldn't kill him. So there was a bound, a restriction. All right, you can do this, but this is what you can't do. You can't kill him. All right, but I give you permission to go plague him, so we can see who wins this bet. Because Satan was taking orders from the Lord. Satan needed permission from the Lord. And if Satan was against the Lord, why didn't he kill Job? Why didn't he just do as he wanted to and kill Job? Because at the end of the day, he didn't kill Job, because those were his orders. All right. So went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord, and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown. Okay. So Satan was the one who smote Job with those boils, man. Now you might say, oh, well, this is, you bring it to Esau. Well, this condition is a sore boilitis, okay? And it's usually, it derives from, unhealthy diet, environmental conditions, polluted water. And my man, it's not that, but that's Esau, all right? Trying to use his mind and his science to try and prove everything. No, it's demons, as we just read here, man. So this, what Job was, what Satan plagued Job with, was an infirmity, a sickness. It sort of like came out of nowhere. All right, and oftentimes that's how it is when you get certain sicknesses too. But it was what? It was a demon. It was Satan himself at this time. All right, but it was a demon that plagues you, man. It's a demon that plagues you, and that's why the first thing you have to do, like it says here, I'm gonna read it again. In thy sickness be not negligent, but pray unto the Lord, and he will make thee whole. All right, so I'll finish it with this last precept. This is Acts 16:16. And it came to pass, as we went to prayer, a certain damsel possessed with a spirit of divination, all right, met us. In other words, a demon, which brought her masters much gain by soothsaying. So why was she able to and soothsaying, when you go into it, all right, it's sort of like future telling or fortune telling. To act as a seer, deliver an oracle, prophesy divine. So really, when you look at it, man, the Lord has blessed us, all right, with the Holy Spirit, in which we use to prophesy. These devils, these demons, they have to borrow a demon, all right, or to be possessed by a demon in order to do these things. So it says to act as a seer. We don't need to act as seers. We are seers. Okay? That's what the prophets were called. Seers. Okay? So I'm going to read this again. And it came to pass, as we went to prayer, a certain damsel, a woman, possessed with a spirit of divination met us, which brought her masters much gain by soothsaying. Okay? Because if they were, let's say, to bet on something, all right, she could tell them beforehand what they should bet on, who they should bet on, or what they should say, or and they would make a lot of money or gain from that. All right, but really, when it came to that point, it would be the demon that will come out of her and speak to them, so they could ask her, "Yo, I'm trying to go here tomorrow, or I'm trying to get this tomorrow. What should I do?" Then the demon, like it says, possessed with a spirit of divination, the demon would come out of her and speak to them. The demon will use her as a vessel or a host. All right, and that's how she was able to do these things, because it was on the left hand side. The same followed Paul and cried, saying, "These men are servants of the Most High, which show unto us the way of salvation." So even she knew that Paul and the men that were with him were what? They were men of the Lord. Because in the spirit world, everybody knows, yeah, what's going on here on earth, they know, whether it's demons or angels. They know, okay, those are the men of the Lord. All right. Those are just the average niggas, the wickedness, but they know who's who. Okay. They know who's who. So you might look, man, you might not take us, for anything. You might say, "Oh yeah, you're just crazy or whatever." come against us and all these things, scoff and talk shit. But even demons know who we are. Okay? It says, and she did this many days, but Paul, being grieved, turned and said to the spirit. All right. So he spoke to the demon that was inside her. I command thee in the name of Yahushua Hamashiach to come out of her. And he came out the same hour, which shows you that demons are masculine. All right. They know they're not feminine spirits. All right. They're masculine. All right. So because it was a woman, but what kind of demon was in her? He. All right. And he came out the same hour. All right. And when her masters saw that the hope of their gains was gone, they caught Paul and Silas and drew them onto the marketplace, onto the rulers. So the masters, the masters of the woman understood that the reason she was able to tell the future, she was able to fortune tell, she was able to do those things was because of the demon that was inside her. Which is why after Paul had cast out that demon, she wasn't able to do it anymore. So the same thing, after those demons have been cast out from a blind man, he can see again. After those demons have been cast out from a dumb man, he can speak again. After the demons have been cast out from the deaf, they can hear again. After those demons have been cast out from the lame, they can walk again. It's all spirit. When you heal somebody, man, you're using the act of the spirit to command whatever demon is in them, causing those infirmities to flee. Okay, hence they're made whole, man. Just as this word caused the demons that were within us to flee, so we could be born again and we could be made whole. All right, but I'm gonna end this video here. Okay, I pretty much touched on the point. All right, I got the precepts that I wanted. Okay, so Lord willing, this was edifying unto the elect. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachak Kodash. Until next time, Shalom.